How are you all? Welcome back to the Coin Graph Market, where you can get your crypto fix. My name is Ripple Van Winkle, and I'm your host. Monday, November 20, is the first day of my holiday. I guess you could say it's the start of the first week, since I didn't work Thursday and Friday of last week. I'm off all this week, and I'll tell you something next Monday. 27th, I don't want to return. I want another week off. I think I'm going to take even more time off in December because, hey, I've got the time, I should use it, right? It's nice to know that I don't have to go to work in about 2 hours. I'm excited about that. I hope you have a great week off too. We're going to talk about Bitcoin's basics in this video. The amount of Bitcoin kept in these exchanges, the X factor, because an interesting comment was made on this tweet or post yesterday after I talked about the X factor price shot for XRP. We're going to talk about what's going on in Argentina. It's a bullish sign. Jeremy Hogan and his statement on XRP. You'll like what he had to say about the SEC, the XRP ledger, and why the lawsuit was dropped on the first day. Then we'll talk about the XRP trade because, guess what? It's still on track, so let's get right to it. Markets are looking great this morning. I'm not going to lie, we had a beautiful XRP close at 62 cents. It's up 1.89%. Remember, the next target, RLU currently, the value of Ethereum of $2,313 is up 3.83%, and the value of Bitcoin is up 1.2%, bringing the total value of all cryptocurrencies to $37,324. The total market cap of all cryptocurrencies is up. It was below $1.42 trillion, but it is now above it at $1.42 trillion. We're hoping to get it up to $1.45 trillion, and then we can start talking about $1.51 trillion. Eastern, you should know what's coming. It's Monday Mania again. The new Hunter x Hunter says they've released only 3 of each. As you can see, they're game-themed Zelda, Sonic, and Pac-Man. Each is worth 3 points on that magical deluxe list. People, I'm telling you, love slides are about to blow the roof off of this place. Just wait for something that's coming. It's going to be the biggest news to ever hit the XRP ledger. Now is your chance to get in. Bernstein says that Bitcoin fundamentals have never looked better. He says that the world's biggest cryptocurrency will benefit from a number of good factors in 2024. Bernstein also says that Bitcoin will become a global micro-political asset by May 2025, when its market value will have quadrupled to more than $3 trillion. Bernstein said in a research report released on Monday that the fundamentals of cryptocurrencies have never looked better. He pointed out that 70% of the total supply hasn't been traded in the past year, which is the most ever for Bitcoin. These churn rates are very high for a financial asset, especially one known for its huge price increases during times of limited supply. That's what's coming, the halving. 2024 is going to be a life-changing year, folks. Another possible positive factor is the halving of Bitcoin, which is expected to happen in April or May of next year, according to Bernstein. The halving is expected to lower the monthly selling pressure from 500 million to less than 500 million, down from around 1 billion at today's price of 37,100 Bitcoin. Companies will also be able to record market gains on their Bitcoin inventory thanks to new financial accounting standards in the FASBA guidelines. Approval of the US-listed spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund is another positive factor. This will make it easier for businesses and regular people to swap Bitcoin for cash. People, the US Bitcoin ETF could be approved as early as 2024. This is very important, and the story hits the nail on the head. Bitcoin supply being cut in half and big banks being able to hold it on their books under the treasury. Bitcoin is going to go through the roof. I think it will go over $100,000 this cycle, but we also know that the amount of Bitcoin held in exchange wallets is growing at a rate of $1.16 billion a month. This is because Bitcoin has gained 7% this month, which is 28% more than October's gain. a company that studies blockchain. The Glassnode Bitcoin Exchange Net Position Change Metric, which compares the number of coins held by exchange wallets on a certain date to the same date 4 weeks ago, went up by over 31.2 billion Bitcoin, which is over $1 billion. This is the highest value seen since May 11, 2323, and it brings the total amount of money held on exchanges to 2.3 billion Bitcoin. What do you think the platforms know about Bitcoin that we don't? Think about that for a second. It's coming, I told you. We'll have a market cap of more than $2 trillion. I'm in full bull mode right now. I'm a little prima bull. The engines are about to start up. Yesterday, a company's chart for XRP showed that we were going to reach the 1.618 Fibonacci level, which would put us around the $27 XRP mark. Well, Peter Morgan said they couldn't even get to $1 because it was manipulated so much, which I agree with. I think it was manipulated, but I think it ends. After the institutions join, the central bank will likely follow. The automated market makers are now on board, and XRP has been put back to the liquidity hub. Manipulation will no longer be possible. Those who are trying to control it won't be able to keep up, and that's when the meteoric rise will happen, which will happen next year when Javier Milei becomes president of Argentina. This news caused Bitcoin to rise 3% because Milei, who calls himself a radical capitalist, has been supportive of Bitcoin. Now that Argentina has a president who supports Bitcoin and calls it the return of money to its original creator, the private sector, this is very good news for Bitcoin. Jeremy Hogan sent out a nice tweet yesterday in which he said that he has been holding XRP for about 2 to 3 years and has seen over 60% gains. He believes that he made the right decision and may have even said that he should have started investing when he was 25 because he was getting 60% returns every year and would be retired by now. Do not miss this video about cryptocurrencies, including those who hold XRP or Bitcoin. The people who hold the right tokens that are solving real-world problems and have a real team behind them who have survived the bear market will be the ones who come out on top. It's that simple. XRP will be one of the biggest winners. Also, don't miss this clip about how the SEC was running the market. You can bet that it was given to the judge, and this was no doubt the cherry on top. It's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting crypto without a lower time frame instinct. Now finish the 2 scenarios I talked about in my movie below. They're now happening, and neither of them has Bitcoin going to 35,500. The next leg up goes to 40,500, which is... Where is Bitcoin sitting right now? 37 to 42K. I told you those important numbers for Bitcoin. 40 to 42K. The train is still on track for me, grad crypto. This is the train. We're just waiting for that breakout to 75 cents, which will take us to $20 and start to get us into that sweet spot I talked about, up into the $3 range where the all-time high will be tested. Even though I'm not telling you to sell all of your bags, you should have a plan for how to sell more. For example, if you sell 10% more at $3, you'll sell another 10% at $4, and so on. By the time you reach $6, you'll have made a lot of money. You could have sold 80% of your bags if you sold 10% more at every 50-cent increase at $3, and you'd still have a 20% profit. The Ripple Van Winkle is out.